Let's play Minesweeper. This version of Minesweeper was originally an Android game that I've converted over to be an HTML5 game that is now hosted on itch.io under the URL digiwack.itch.io and /Minesweeper. Let's just walk through some of the features. Over here in the bottom left hand corner, click here to toggle the options. Tiles wide and high, self-explanatory, sets the size of the board, the number of tiles this way and the number of tiles that way. Viewable tiles wide and high is a holdover from Android screens that are smaller than desktop screens. So on the Android screen I would have to scroll around. I'll eventually remake a game that'll need these values if the board gets larger than the browser window could handle. So if I eventually get around to making some RPG games for the browser, the tile's going to be way bigger than the browser screen. So it would have to set the viewable tiles in order to say how many can be viewed. Control view. This means it's currently about 12% of the screen. We can click this value and make it 0.5. Hit enter and it makes it 50%. About 12% is, or 10% is good. We can use that. See, mine count. I would recommend about 20% of whatever of the total tile count. So that's 90. 12% to 90, that's like 18 mines. Let's see, here's the hex. Let's see, here's the different settings for a hexagon grid or a square grid. Easy means that there's no mines along the perimeter. Normal means that all tiles could have a mine after the first click. The mines are not set until after the first tap, so that's how you get your first free open space, and then from there then you'll get various values for the tile that will indicate where the mines could be located. Let's see, true value is actually a special option. We're going to leave that off for now. Now let's try something a little bit more familiar. Rectangular board. We're going to switch to that. Now remember to hit enter in order for it to update. And actually, mousing over all of these will select the items. The current value will always be displayed. So if the input is not, if the input does not update the current value, then the value is not updated. But the input here is used for your smartphones in order to induce the keyboard in order to come up and actually plug in the values. Everything is done through an HTML5 canvas object, which doesn't really pull up the keyboard option for smartphones, so that's why this input is here. Without taking smartphones into consideration, there's like a key input event that can be used instead, but the input element it makes it compatible with smartphones. So let's see, we have it square, set to easy. Tap down here to turn it off, and we hit reset, and we now have a square grid. Now to make things easier, because it's already on the easy setting, I can hit the perimeter here. I don't have as many mines. I should have updated this. So 72 is about 20% of that value. Yes, the font can be updated. So we can make something bigger or smaller. Like 36. yeah, make it bigger, make it easier to read without everything exploding. So we'll turn that off. Hit the reset, hit perimeter, and this is a little bit more easier to play with. The mouse control button, it cycles between mouse, poke, and flag. Poke and flag is for your smartphone users who only have one possible input, which is their finger. We can right click to indicate it as flagged. One here, we tap here, and that will then automatically hit this because the one is already here. We can tap here. 4, that means here, here for this one, and another here. Here's 1. 3 is going to be right here. Here. Should be open. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. One of these is going to be, do this. And this is pretty. Okay, so what else have we going on? Some of these values are going to be a little bit ambiguous, like the 5 here. So far I have 4 adjacent mines, so one of these could be value. Now this will show you what the true value is. Turn those off. Now the colors are actually still the same, so these were all 1.0, or were 1 originally with the true value. 1.0 is for orthogonal tiles. 0.7 is for diagonal tiles. So this is 1.0, this is 0.7, this is for the 1.7. It still uses the green for 2 mines adjacent. 2.4 and 2.7, these also indicate a total of 3 mines. So 1 here and 2 diagonals, that's 0.7, that adds up to 1.4. So that means there's a 0.7, there's a 0.7. Now 4.1, so that would be, there's 3 diagonals. And that's 2.1. Okay, so that's 0.7, 2.1, 3.1. So that means here's the mine. And yeah, okay. That's how true value can help you out. Makes things a little less ambiguous. Oh, whoops. Accidentally hit a mine. Okay, reset. Now, usually true value is not always needed. It's only needed for dangerously ambiguous mines. Now, if you want to make things a little bit easier, or if you're just playing lazy, you can do the perimeter. There's also an auto flag function, which if you play Minesweepers for enough hours, you eventually start to see something like this. So auto flag means it sees this tile with 1. There was only 1 adjacent, so it automatically flags it. There's 1 here, automatically flags. There's a 2 here, so that means 2 flags for here. This is a 3, so 3 for here. And it doesn't dig in any further. Now, auto pop means it's going to visit each and every tile, and a normal pop is like when you click here on the 1 or here on the 2, because these 2 are flagged. That means it's safe to clear. It assumes that it's safe to clear over here. It's not always safe. Sometimes sometimes if it's not flagged, it will not do it. It may or may not auto trigger. Let's see. So auto pop, it's actually going to fail for here. So yep, whoops. Okay, reset perimeter. And most of the time, if you have 20% mines means you can do auto flag, auto pop, auto flag again, auto pop. It'll dig its way down until we finally have an all clear. So that means, oops, that means all of the mines have been flagged, and there's no more uncovered tiles that have not been flagged. And I'm sure we've already made a few mistakes. And also, if you have audio, we could hear this. Yeah, it blows up and it has a nice little animation. Okay, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It's located up there somewhere. All right, till next time.